Hi, welcome to Muzzle First. Today I want to talk about storing your reloaded ammo. So I know there's a lot of people that reload your ammunition, and there's various ways you can store that ammo when you reload it. Of course, if you're reloading 1,000 rounds at a time, a couple thousand at a time, you can use an ammo can and just put it in an ammo can. You can also buy these plastic cases. These are made by MTM, and I think these are 50 round boxes, but these need to be primed still. And you can buy these if you want. They're $4 or $5 a piece. I don't remember how much I paid for them. These are for 25 ACP that I don't reload anymore. But there's another alternative to that. I use some of these boxes. These are actual boxes started out like that I have made into just generic boxes. This right here is 44 Magnum brass that I need to reload. All right. And I've kept all the brass together. As you can see, this used to be a Remington UMC box. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how I made that. And maybe it'll help you a little bit. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm going to start reloading 45 ACP. So I've been collecting these for a while, and I actually have more of these that I'm going to use. But this is what I'm going to make it out of. I'm going to use one of these Federal boxes. I found that the Federal boxes are easier to do this with than the Remingtons, especially the Remingtons. These right here, I believe, yes, this is a Perfecta box. This one was really hard to do. I think what made it really hard is the Perfecta uses a really thin cardboard. Federal's is a very sturdy cardboard box, so you can use this box many times before it wears out. So when I reload my ammo, I'm going to put it back in this cart and I'm going to slide it back in this box. Now you can actually just put a white label over the top of this and write on top of it what it is, but I'm going to make this into a generic box just like this so I can write on top of the box exactly what I loaded and what's in it. All right, that's what we're going to do today. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to open this box up because you basically have to turn it inside out. And it's really not that hard. You have to be kind of careful so that you don't ruin the box. But all we're going to do is locate the seam, and you'll see where it's basically glued together right here. All right. How this is going to work? We're going to slice this open. We're going to flip it inside out, and I have my own hot glue gun. We're going to glue it back together. Now you don't have to use hot glue if you don't want to. I happen to have a hot glue gun, so it works for me. You can tape it. You can use Elmer's glue if you want, whatever. Hot glue is good because it dries really fast. You don't have to hold it for a long period of time. And when it gets all over your fingers, it just burns a little bit. It's not, it just rubs right off. It's not like getting glue in your fingers where it's on there forever. But this is a low temperature gun. It's only a 30 watt, so it's not going to heat the glue real hot. There are glue guns that will get a lot hotter than that one. Those I would be very careful getting my fingers near, and you're going to see why here in a minute. So to separate this, I'm just going to use a pocket knife. You do need something sharp. You can also use a razor blade if you want, or you can use a little hobby knife or something like that. So all that we're going to do is make sure that you can see what I'm doing here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife blade and I'm going to carefully run it between these two layers of cardboard. If I mess up, well, you may never know, but I'll have to go to the box and try that one. But I have messed up these boxes before. It is easy to do, but hopefully, there we go. So you can see where they've glued it right there. They put little dots of glue. This is exactly what we're going to do. I'm just going to put a line of glue down it and smush it together and be done with it. So all we're going to do is reverse this box. We're just going to turn it inside out. Leave this flap here to where it's pushing out a little bit because you do need a little tension right there. You can glue this one of two ways. You can either, if you don't want to see that ugly edge right there, you can glue this one on the outside. I prefer to glue it on the inside so that the seam, so there's no seam here for it to catch on in my range bag. All right, so that's the basics of what we're going to do. We're just going to turn this box inside out. You do have to close the box up in order to do this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this this plastic tray, and I'm going to put this in here to give it a little bit of structure so I have something to press on. All right. All right, tuck that in there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hot glue this. I hope this is at an angle where you can see it. And you want to get it as close to being flush right here as possible. All right, so I am going to line this up. Make sure my glue gun is ready. It appears to be ready. And I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue. You don't need a whole lot. And smush it down. Now hot glue is, well, it's hot. Per its name, it is hot. It's a little warm on your fingers. If it gets on your fingers, it will kind of burn. The cool thing about hot glue, this glue gun is not hot enough, doesn't make the glue hot enough to give you any kind of a serious burn. It just burns a little bit on your fingers, and you just wipe it off. It comes right off your fingers. That's why hot glue is great for doing this with. All right. I do have a towel here. There's a little bit extra came out. I'm just going to wipe that off. All right. You just have to hold it until the glue dries enough to hold it together. This is another reason why hot glue works really good for this. If you use Elmer's glue, you're going to be there for 10 minutes waiting for the glue to dry. And that's all there is to it. You can have a generic box. You can fill it with your reloads. You can write on the outside exactly what it is. You can write your formula. You can write the weight of the bullet you use, the style of the bullet you use, the primer, the brass, everything. Revolvers are really easy and convenient to do this with because this is Perfecta, and this is also the Perfecta brass. So I took the brass that came out of my revolver, I dropped it back in this tray, and I stuck it back in that box because I know that when I reload it, I'm going to stick it right back in this tray. I'm going to put it in that box. I'm going to write my formula on it when I do. But for right now, I'm just keeping my empty brass in a box. That's it. Hope this helps you some. If it does, use it. It's convenient. These boxes you can get everywhere. I mean, if you've been to the range, you've probably used some of these boxes. You can go to any ranges where any of the public ranges or private ranges where people are. Look in a trash can, you can find all kinds of these. And even these plastic containers, these trays, these work great inside of an ammo can to organize your ammo a little bit, but I prefer to have them in these little 50-round boxes. Now you can do the larger boxes. This is a 45 ACP Federal 100-round box. I don't know if I'll actually use this one or not, but you know, it is 100 rounds. It's a convenient size, and it will work. It'll work just as good as it did when it came from Federal with ammunition in it. The hot glue that we use is going to work just as good as theirs did. That's it. That's what I wanted to show you. Let me know what you think. There's a comment section below this video. This has been Muzzle First. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the area below this video on YouTube, or send me an email at muzzlefirst@gmail.com, or visit my website, www.muzzlefirst.com. Thank you, and you have a great day.